Welcome back to the channel. My name is Corey. I am one half of Dose Max. My husband Dale and I have visited every one of the Laughlin Hotel casinos. So in this video, I thought it would be fun to rank them from worst to best. Now, I think number one might surprise you, so you're going to want to stick around to the end. Now, we have eaten at every one of them. We have gambled at every one, and we have stayed at least once at every one of these hotel casinos. So I thought it would be fun to give you our opinions, our experience staying there, and what we think of them. And I'll give you a little history along the way of how many rooms, blah, 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 all the things that you might be interested in. So grab a beverage, stick around. It's going to be a good one. Like I said, don't forget to wait around for the first one. And then comment down below if you agree or if you don't. Have you been? Okay, let's get into it. In last place, bringing up the rear, is the New Pioneer. They renamed it the New Pioneer when they got new owners. I don't know. There's nothing new about this place at all. It is an Old West themed single-story casino. Has 300 rooms, 28 suites per their website. We used to stay here all the time because they did allow pets, but then they started charging a $75 non-refundable deposit. It used to be $150 non-refundable deposit. And we just don't think that it's worth it for that price. You know what I mean? We could stay across the river at Motel 6 and not pay a deposit at all. Just saying, this is like not even a step up from that. This is one of their king rooms. They threw in a chair with a decorative pillow, threw down some luxury vinyl flooring. It might even be Pergo. I don't know. But you can see how thin that mattress is. So the mattress isn't new. They've got some new furniture, but an old bed, like the bed frame. They didn't redo the bathrooms at all. The sink or vanity area slopes down. You put anything you want to roll off, it's going to roll right off. So there's not a problem with that. And then maybe a new toilet, but other than that, not updated. The pool is kind of like in this little courtyard area, which is kind of weird. I wanted to throw in the price per night for each one of the hotel's casinos. I had picked a check-in Friday, check-out Sunday over the weekend. I did the same date for every single one of these hotel casinos that I'm reviewing, so you can kind of get an idea of how much each one costs in relationship to the other, or blah blah. They do have some pictures of the rooms too, so you can check that out. So anyway, if that's, interesting to you, I will link the websites to all of these down below as well. So if you're interested, they're down there. There is a $75 refundable damage deposit and a $5 administrative fee. Kind of strange, but whatever. That's what they do. They do have a pretty awesome restaurant though, Bumbleberry Flats. They do comfort food is what they claim. Dale got a chicken fried steak breakfast and I got the nachos. I order the nachos everywhere. I have to try them at least once. I absolutely love nachos. Probably be my death row meal would be nachos. They have an older, low ceiling type casino, but everything is kind of spread out. They do have a prime spot on the river, which is kind of nice. Their beach is like nothing to write home about. So if you want to hang out on the beach, I wouldn't. But they do have a nicely landscaped area. They've got that going for them. They also have a jet boat tour you can take to the London Bridge and back. I don't know, it's like 45 minutes or something. Last time I checked, it was pretty expensive. I'll also link that down below in case you're interested in doing that. You can park your RV here if it's 20 years or newer. That's like a new thing. They just started that. I don't know if they're trying to like fancify the place, which is not working for them, but we wanted to park our motorhome there and we were a couple years out from being new enough to park there, which is kind of crazy because all the other casinos you can park, it doesn't matter, as long as you're not, messy, you can park there. They said absolutely not. So that was definitely a strike against them. They could probably use all the business they can get, but I don't know what they got going on, but anyway, we won't stay there in a room or stay there in our motorhome any longer. If you stay there in a room, I've mentioned this before because I did a full review on the Pioneer. They make you feel like an unwelcomed guest in their home. It's a very strange feeling. It's like they don't want you to be there. They don't want you to rent the room. They don't want you to be around. Like, they don't want to have to clean up after you. It's like a whole thing. I'm telling you, it's a strange, strange feeling. If you've stayed here and you felt that, please comment down below, because I don't want to be the only one that thinks that that's the way it is. But anyway, here's the Pioneer. It's last on the list. Visit at your own risk, but the food's good. Coming in at number 8 is the Tropicana. They also have RV parking, by the way. They have 1,500 guest rooms, which is like huge. There's like 2 towers. We parked in the parking garage and we walked to check in, which was quite a distance. They don't tell you that, but you can park like across the driveway or like the valet parking, and that's probably a little bit closer, but then it's farther to your room. So, you know, whatever. It's still quite a bit of walking. The hotel could use some remodeling, like most all of them in Laughlin. They're not, you know, remodeling their rooms. None of them are. This one is so low on the list for several reasons. The room. The air conditioner sucks. We've tried a couple different rooms staying here and they've been awful. I've read reviews and everybody else has said the same thing too. So I don't know if they need to redo their air conditioners or they just don't want to make them cool enough or whatever. But the air conditioners suck. And then it's a block building. So the Wi-Fi, you cannot get the Wi-Fi. They advertise Wi-Fi. They charge you a resort fee. For, you know, like the Wi-Fi and all the amenities, but you can't even use the Wi-Fi. So, it's upsetting. And, you know, the room, like I said, it could use some remodeling. The furniture is all scuffed up or whatnot, but they do have lots of different kinds of room types. And like I said, there's 2 different towers. Another thing too, is they're across the street. So, 7 of the casinos are right along the water. Actually, 8 of them are right along the water. It's the only one that's actually across Casino Drive. So you're not going to get a river view. They're not going to have a beach, you know, that type of thing. But they do have 5,300 square feet of gaming, which is pretty awesome. However, that is the only thing there is to do, is gamble. They do have some high limit games, and they do have quite a variety of games. They also have table games. So if you're into table games, they do have those here. So that's nice. And they are pretty busy. And like I said, it's part of a Caesars property. So if you have a Caesars rewards card, then, you know, you can use it here, whatever. The casino floor is nice and bright. They do have a couple of bars. They have a bar that plays music quite often. They have a cafe, Carnegie's, again, comfort food. We've eaten there several times, not had any, you know, problems with that. They used to have a really fabulous Italian restaurant that they have now just turned into a pizza place that we've never seen it open. They have a Port of Subs as well. Which is open, but we've never eaten there. And then there's like a little Mexican, like taco stand or whatever, which it was also not open. So, yeah, you're going to eat at the cafe or you're going to have a sub sandwich if you want to eat there. Oh, and they have the Brew Brothers restaurant and we've eaten there and it was okay too, kind of overpriced for what it is. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. There's just not a lot to do. If you're going to stay here, just plan on, you know, like going somewhere else or whatever. So anyway, that's the Tropicana coming in at the 8th spot. Now, number 7 is the Laughlin River Lodge. It is right on the water, as you can see. It is quite a distance from the Golden Nuggets and the Harrah's. Like, you're going to have to walk, you know, quite a distance to get to it. It's kind of by itself. But they do have quite a few rooms. And they don't charge any resort fees. That's something that they advertise. This is part of the Dottie's franchise. So if you've been around any casinos, you know Dottie's. They own the Laughlin River Lodge. They do have some family suites, which is pretty cool too. So if you want to bring your kids, because they do have a lot of things to do for kids. So if you're coming like with your kids or you're coming as a family to do like a little river trip or whatever, this could be a great option for you guys. In one of my previous videos, I made this casino the best for families in that list. So they do have lots of things for families, but like I said, they have those suite rooms. They have a bunch of river view rooms, so you're going to get a decent view. They're big rooms. They're not pet friendly. A deposit is equal to 1 night stay, so keep that in mind. Like, again though, but they do not have any resort fees, which is kind of nice. Their casino floor is large, but then they have little casinos within the casino. So they have like a Dotties through some doors. They have like there's 2 stories of the casino floor, and then like this Bourbon Street, it's like a Mardi Gras themed casino, which is also on like the main casino floor. And then on the lower level they have this Red Dragon, which you can get snacks and like Asian food to eat. I think it's Chinese, I'm not sure, could be Japanese. And then they have like the little Mexican casino, which you can also get snacks and food to eat, and that again is on the lower level. They also have a bowling alley down there on the lower level. And then they have like a whole gaming thing. So if your kids or yourself are into gaming, they have like this gaming alley, they call it. But they have like all these PC games you can play. So that's something to keep the kids occupied. Plus they have an arcade, which is, cool for the kids. Like I said, this would be a great place if you're traveling as a family. They used to have a restaurant that we liked quite a bit, the Bighorn Cafe, and that has recently closed. So they don't really have dining options except for those 2 little restaurants. So you're going to have to walk kind of far or drive to get something to eat. But they do have a pool and a general store, and the general store is fun to browse in. So that's why it came in at number 7. And moving on to the number 6 spot is Harrah's. Now, of course, this is a Caesars property. We used to stay here often. I mean, I think we've spent like months here just off and on, and we were traveling for work. So we have stayed in all of the room types and all of the towers. This is the South Tower. So this is the newly remodeled tower. It's got newer fixtures. It has a shower. However, the shower leaks all over the floor because the door is not like wide enough, long enough. There's nothing that closes. There's just that little piece of glass. So unless you stay right there in that little tiny bit, it leaks all over the floor. So it's terrible, terrible, terrible. But it is remodeled and it is new. So this is one of the nicer bathrooms in all of the casinos. It's a king size bed. They have a nice little headboard. All like the little fixtures. I did like this little lighted vanity. I used this quite a bit when we were staying there. And then they have like a little chaise thing, but it's like too big for the area and kind of like in a weird place. I'm not even sure exactly like what the deal is with that. But see, it's just, I don't know. It seems weird to me, but it was a place we could park our wagon behind, so I guess it worked out just fine. But these rooms are like the most expensive, and this is the view from our particular room. You get like a sliver of the river, but whatever. It is what it is. Now, we also stayed in the North Tower, and we've spent a lot of time in this, and this is a deluxe room. It's just a little bit bigger, and it's a king bed. We prefer these rooms, really. I mean, they're not updated, but they're not that much different. You know what I mean? Like, you get a tub instead of a shower, but the water doesn't leak all over the floor. You have, granite counters and tile floors. You get a full-length mirror, a closet with an iron, your standard hotel things. But look how big this room is. This room is huge. It is absolutely massive. The beds aren't really new or that comfortable. And just wait till you get a load of this TV. Seriously, it is like the joke of a TV. Are you joking me? It's like a 23-inch TV. And the room is so big, it's so far away. I mean, I know they want you to gamble, but I mean, seriously, come on. If you want to relax from gambling and you want to watch TV, you can't, because you can't see it. At least I can't. Maybe I'm too old, but whatever. But it's got massive windows, and it's like this, we got this corner room, which is great. So you have a good view of the river from all of the windows. You have lots of space if you are into like exercising in your room or acrobatics, whatever. But yeah, it has a very nice view, and I enjoyed working from this room. Now, again, I did a check-in Friday, check-out Sunday. They do charge you a resort fee here, which is $19 a day. So when you're seeing $92, add $19 to that. They do have pet stay rooms, so you can bring your pet, but they're charging like an arm and a leg for them. But if you are a Caesars Rewards member, you can actually link your Wyndham rewards. So if you're a hotel like a Wyndham Rewards member, you can link it to your Caesars. And I'm a Diamond member with Wyndham, so therefore I became a Diamond member with Caesars. And they'll give you some really good deals and some complimentary nights as well. So keep that in mind. I can do it. Dale can do it. So then that way we kind of each get rooms. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. That's just something, to save you some money, because they're not really cheap. Seriously. I mean, they get kind of pricey, but of course, these are weekend rates, and they're always more expensive than, weekday rates. They're going to give you the complimentary rooms from Sunday to Thursday normally. But look, here's a 2 full-size bed pet stay room for $177. And they're full-size. They're tiny. They're like, I don't really think that they're even full-size or double-size. They're like a little bit bigger than twin. Seriously. We got that by accident, but they do have a bunch of suites. They actually have over 1,500 rooms and 177 suites. So they do really have any kind of room you could possibly want, and the suites are pretty cool. If you're just want like a fancier place to stay, they're not really remodeled. No, like, don't let these pictures fool you. If you look at them, they're not that great, but hey, whatever, they have them. There is like 5,500 square foot gaming floor as well. So it is a big casino. If that's your jam, whatever. Now, like I said, the casino floor is huge. They have a big non-smoking section. They have this one room right here that we're going to walk into that is lots of Keno and poker machines, and it is so much smoke that it will gag you, seriously. It is really hard to breathe in here, and it's usually pretty busy because everybody likes the Keno and the poker machines. But you walk through this room to get to the non-smoking section, which is kind of strange. Anywho, now let me tell you about a little experience that we had here at Harrah's and why it's so far down on our list. We sat down at the bar. We came in, later in the evening, and we sat down at the bar, and Dale ordered a Crown and Coke, or Crown on the Rocks. Either way, it was Crown. And you can see like our card, and like I said, I'm Diamond, right? And Dale's Diamond. So we each had our Diamond cards in the machine, and you have to be Diamond Plus, she said, to have premium liquor. Excuse me? Like, I have never in my life been somewhere that and they do. They will check your card at a machine. They will like pull it out. They'll look at it, because at the Diamond Plus, there's like a little red thing. And they will not give it to you, or you can pay full price for it, or you just get some like well drink. So needless to say, we didn't order any drinks, and we think that that's kind of chicken shit. Seriously. You know what I mean? You can go to the crappy Pioneer, and they'll give you whatever they want. You know what I mean? So that's why it's so low on the list. There are lots of places to eat, though. There's a Cinnabon. There's a pizza place that's open at like weird, funky hours. There's a Smash Burger. There's this place that has like smoothies, I think, and like frozen yogurt. They have their beach cafe, and then they have Guy's El Burro Borracho Mexican place, which is like overpriced for what it is, but they do have a Starbucks. So that's nice, but there's always a line to Starbucks. Harrah's is by itself. Like, you have to walk up a hill to get to Harrah's. It is far. So I suggest driving, or if you're here, just staying, which is one of the reasons they have all that food. But I would skip Guy's place, because it is not worth the price. Seriously. Like, you know what I mean? You can just go to like, little taqueria down the road and have better Mexican food, but it is the name. They do have table games. So if you're into that, they have a huge poker room. They have live Keno. They do have a sports book. They have an awesome beach, a really great beach. But, like I said, it's so far. Things are kind of overpriced, and they're pretty rude there, and it's old, so that's where they landed where they did on the list. Now up next is the Golden Nugget, coming in right in the middle. We do like the Golden Nugget. They allow us to park our motorhome in their parking lot, which is right across the street. They don't give us any problems. It is the smallest of all the casinos as far as rooms go. So they do sell out pretty quickly, and they have some pet-friendly rooms as well. There's like a $25 a day pet fee, which isn't too bad, but you get like a courtyard room down below, so you can just walk right out and take them out to the bathroom with a sliding door. We've stayed here a bunch of times. They have, a pretty decent rewards program. They do tier match when they're offering that. The ceilings are very, very low. I'm 5 feet tall and I can almost touch them. And it's kind of a small gaming floor. But like I said, the rooms are okay. They all look the same. But if you do have a pet and they put you on the bottom, it's a courtyard room. You can also request those if you don't have a pet. We did, however, encounter bed bugs at one of our stays. Dale got eaten alive, and we called the front desk to let them know. And they kind of weren't like real accommodating, and we're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. So that's also a reason why they landed so low on the list. It's because I feel like they could have done a little bit more. You know what I mean? They did move us rooms, but then we didn't get the same standard of room. I mean, it was clean and it didn't have bed bugs, but I think it was like 2 double beds and then we had a king bed. Anyway, whatever. But the prices are somewhat okay. Of course, they charge a resort fee. The Wi-Fi's always worked for us. They do have Riverview rooms, like I said, the courtyard rooms. They do have lots of places to eat though, which is pretty awesome. So they're like into the Landry's thing. So you get Claim Jumper, Saltgrass, Bubba Gumps, and then they have bean and bread or whatever. And we've eaten all of them. Bubba Gumps is Claim Jumper is good with comfort food or whatever. But it's just small. That's why it is where it is. And then the Aquarius. Now a lot of people raved about the Aquarius. So I would think if I was had been to Laughlin and was gonna review them, I would put it higher. But here's the deal, it had its day, basically is what I'm saying. They went in when it used to be the Flamingo, I think, then the Aquarius came in, and they did a remodel. It is kind of nice, and they're trying to do the Vegas thing, you know what I mean? There are lots and lots of games. They have 1,900 rooms in this place. They have 2 towers. The casino floor is big. They have a sports book. Yeah, they don't have bingo or any of that type of thing. They do have a big high limit area. They have a nice pool. Yeah, it used to be the place, but when they remodeled the rooms, that was the last time they remodeled the room. So it might have been nice then, you know what I mean? But now it's just kind of meh. They've used them, for how long now? And so they're definitely outdated. So that's why, they charge you it's great, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's not the place to go any longer. So here's a little tour of the room. You can see, you get a hair dryer. Look at the tub. It's not anything that's spectacular. Yeah. So I don't know. We don't really care for the Aquarius. And like I said, this is my opinion. We have stayed here. We stayed here one time. We have gambled here a few times. It's really busy as far as the casino goes. There's not a lot of cocktail waitresses. It's just, I don't know. Whatever. But like I said, this is my opinion. You can form your own opinion. There are plenty of places to eat there. They have their little cafe, which is good. Has awesome fish and chips, by the way. They have the Outback. Then they have this rock place, which is Italian, which is really expensive. They do have a nightclubby thing, and we've seen a couple shows there, which were, whatever. It was okay. But the parking is atrocious. It's hard to park there. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's not our favorite. You're gonna see like the view, like, oh, look at all these windows. I mean, it's not much better than the rest of them. I don't know. I'm not. The vibe isn't there for me. I don't think that it's, like worth all the hype. It is right there on the strip. It's within walking distance to the other casinos, so that's good. But yeah, I just, for the price, again, I don't think that it's it. Plus they charge a pretty decent resort fee. I think it's $23 a night, so it's like one of the more expensive resort fees. Yeah, so anyway, like I said, they have a big sports book. They do have lots of machines. They have do have table games. So there's that. They have Subway, McDonald's, a little gift shop as well downstairs. So they do have some things, but anyway, that's that place. Now, moving on is the Edgewater. This is number 3 on the list, and let me tell you why. They have 1,000 rooms, right? They have the one like big tower, then they have like this little like 2-story little tower off to the side, but they're really trying to make it something. So that's why I've made it number 3 on the list. It was hard, to come up with the list and where I wanted to rank them. But, they have the pink box donuts, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's a novelty. We ate them. They're great. They do have the Edge Pavilion. So it's like this little tinted dome thing. We saw Jay Leno there. We've seen Easton Corbin there. It's a cute little venue for entertainment, and we enjoyed it. There are places to eat. There's a Capriati's, a PT's Express. They have a Denny's. They also have a steakhouse. There are lots of different places to eat. We enjoy that. The gaming floor is large and they keep it very, very clean. One half of the casino is non-smoking, where they have a huge sports book. All that's over there on the non-smoking side. They have a bar over there. It is within walking distance to all the other casinos. It's right on the water. It has a very nice little river walk in front of it. They're very friendly there. That's another reason that they're so high on the list. Again, the rooms are like the rest of them. Like, seriously, none of the rooms are much better than any of the others. If you get the suites, they're a little bit better. But the bed's not a banana and it's not thin like the Pioneer. And the room is somewhat clean. It does have popcorn ceilings, which is kind of strange. And they come with showers, at least all the ones we've stayed in. But we used to get these for like $19 a night. You're going to get deals if you sign up, of course, for their Players Club. Complimentary nights, of course, the Sunday through Thursday. And the more you gamble, you can get the weekends. We used to play here a lot, and I have like these 2 Keno machines that I absolutely loved. And we would play those all the time. And we did, fairly decently. Like, we could at least play for a while without losing all of our money. But yeah, we like the Edgewater, even though it is somewhat outdated. But like I said, it is no different than, like the other casinos. They do have good views, especially because they have like that one tower. So if you're on, that side, you're going to get, nice water views. You're right across the street from the Home Depot. So if you're familiar with the area, that's where the Edgewater is. Now, the Edgewater and the Aquarius are like owned by the same company, and their Players Club is the True Rewards, which I believe is also the Strat in Vegas. So you can walk from one casino to the other because they are right next door to each other. And then, of course, the Players card you can use for each. But like I said, they added the pink box donuts. Oh, they have a comedy club inside the casino. It's always very, very clean. Everybody is very, very friendly. There are plenty of cocktail waitresses. The prices of the rooms are you know, pretty decent. They also have the $23 resort fee, but like I said, they're owned by the same company, so of course, why wouldn't they? The Wi-Fi has always worked well. The staff has always been friendly at check-in. The cocktail waitresses have always been friendly. They don't give you any problems with whatever you want to drink. They come around very often. Are you hanging in there? We're at the number 2 spot. This is the Yavi. It is a 15-minute drive or so from the casino strip. It is on the reservation. It is in Nevada, but it's Nevada gaming, not Indian gaming. So they go by the Indian rules or whatever, but it is on the reservation. If that matters to you, it does not to us. There's no different experience other than it's a great one. This hotel and casino is huge. There is so much to do here, which we're going to get into, but the gaming floor is massive. There's always a game open. You can find something to play. Lots of variety. They have Keno. They have a sports book. Let's see, they're always giving away, gifts and whatnot for their players club. They do have a pretty good players club. They have table games, but they are only open certain hours. I guess people aren't really into it. I don't know. But anyway, they're not open all the time, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But they do have a big non-smoking section. They have a high limit room. They said they had a sports book. They have a big sports book. And then their rooms are very nice. We've stayed in some of the remodeled rooms and some of the not so remodeled rooms. They're excellent. The remodeled rooms are very pretty. Again, they weren't remodeled yesterday, so there's still going to be some scuffs and whatnot on the furniture. They have the best pool. They just remodeled their pool, so they have the best pool in all of Laughlin, seriously. And they have the best beach in all of Laughlin, and you can launch your boat right there. So it's kind of got it all. Seriously, you can, launch your boat. You can hang out by the beach with your boat there. All the things. It's it's pretty awesome. And whatever, the rooms are nice. There are taxes and fees, so resort fees are going to call it, but it's like $16 a night. But they do have a movie theater as well. And then they have lots of dining options. They have 4 restaurants and a buffet. The buffet, I don't know, it's open sometimes, it's not, so I'm not quite sure. But there's a food court which has thrifty ice cream. If you know, a pizza place, Panda, and a Subway. Their Feathers Cafe is just a regular cafe, but they have great food there. We used to love the buffet all the time. They used to give you like specials with the buffet, like buy one, get one or whatever. But anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. The food's good there. There's also a KOA. So that's another reason why it's like second on the list, is because there's like another option to stay. You can stay there. You can use all the amenities of the casino. There's a fireworks store there, and you're allowed to set them off in this like certain area. And coming at number 1 is Don Laughlin's Riverside Casino. Now, he started Laughlin, you can tell by the name. And this is like the OG casino. They have some, fairly remodeled rooms. Like I said, again, I'm on a broken record. All the rooms are a lot the same. But they're decent, and there's a gazillion of them. There's over 1,300 rooms. Quite a few of them have balconies, which is pretty awesome. And, the prices are, not too bad. Seriously. I mean, it just depends on when you're staying. You know what I mean? Like I said, I picked the one weekend. So maybe there was something going on, or maybe there's a concert here, but whatever. They do have a pool that's always hopping. It's number 1 on the list because they have the RV park, which is awesome. We've stayed here. It's like 450 spaces or something. Super cheap, super cheap. Like I said, I'll link everything down below if you're interested. It is right across the street. They give you a shuttle. If you stay there, you can use all the amenities, like the pool and whatnot. It's kind of got like the old Vegas vibe. The old Vegas like valet with all the lights and blah, blah, blah. They do have like covered parking across the street. Then you can walk across like this little sky bridge, which gives you a pretty decent view of the strip and, of the road coming in, whatever. They do have an arcade, so they've got things for the kids. There are all kinds of places to eat. They are, in fact, the place that has the buffet and it is open. Oh, and they have bingo. I forgot to mention bingo. But they have the gourmet room, the prime rib room. We haven't eaten either one of those, but we hear they're absolutely fabulous. We have eaten at the buffet. It's great. They also have like their Riverview Cafe, which is good. They have a huge non-smoking section, which has a fat burger and a Buffalo's, and then there's like a little snack bar there. They have bowling. Also, they have 2 car museums. They used to be free, but I think like the bigger one is now like $5 with your player's card. Let me see. What else do they have? Oh, there's pool tables and there's lots of activities. Another good place if you bring your kids. They have the frozen margarita bar. They used to be different and they used to have the best margaritas ever. But now it's changed and they used to be $1, another like $5. They're not the same, but whatever. When it's hot outside, it's still good and it's still a good option. And I'm glad that they kept that there because it gets to be really, really hot, like we refer to it as the oven. But yes, it's, when it's 130 degrees outside, a frozen margarita sounds pretty cool. They have a slot machine, museum, all the things. There is something to do. The place is massive, massive. You will have no problem getting in your steps at all in this place. They have a Watchman, which is like they sell more than watches, but it's like a big like gift shop type thing, which is pretty cool. They have a bunch of like fast food too. They have like Cinnabon and a couple little fast food type places to eat. They have like a Red Mango, which I think is also like the same one that they have in the Harrah's, which is like juice and smoothies, pizza. There's some kind of coffee as well here. I don't remember the name of it. But then of course Cinnabon. So how can you go without that? If you're tired of the casino and you want to take the boat, you can take the boat to the Davis Dam and back. Like I said, the pool is huge and pretty awesome. You got the RV park. You've got all of it. You've got the bowling alley. You will not be bored. I forgot the Mexican restaurant too. You cannot forget the Mexican restaurant. They have let's see, Dawn Celebrity Theater. They're always having people there and it's very intimate. We saw the Oak Ridge Boys there. Lots of tribute bands. They have the Losers Lounge, which is pretty cool. It's like kind of infamous like a nightclub place there in Laughlin. It's been around for years and years and years. That's always a good time. They have another bar that just like does lots of karaoke. They have lots of celebrity acts or whatever. Oh, it's called the Nightclub. That's what it is, that does just the karaoke. Like I said, they have the Losers Lounge, which is always a good time. There's just so much to do. There's like, I don't know, 3 or 4 bars. They have the River Walk is awesome. They have a pretty decent beach. Yeah. And then they have the John Jeffrey Salon. And I have actually been to this salon, got my hair and nails done, and it was absolutely exquisite. That was a lot to get through, but that is my list. Were you surprised by number 1? Maybe you thought some of the other ones in your experience would be somewhere else. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Like I said, it was pretty tough to, put them in the exact order, but I'm pretty confident with my list. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It helps the channel out a lot. If you have any other places that you want reviewed or lists or whatever, comment down below because I would love to make those, or any content that you're looking for at all. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.